Yay! We're saved! It's a miracle!
No, it's just me, Captain Spirit, who can bend all matter to his will.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Free to Play Friday. I just finished the awesome adventures of Captain Spirit. This is a free to play demo, but also a standalone title in the Life is Strange series. You play as this boy Chris, who is going through some really hard times in life. His mother was recently killed in a car accident, and his father has since turned into this kind of abusive drunk. So Chris copes with life by escaping into his imagination, as every child should. And he becomes this alter ego superhero Captain Spirit who can move things with his mind and shoot fireballs out of his hands and do all this cool stuff. If you've never played any of the Life is Strange games, this is a great place to start because it's totally free and it's not spoiling any stories. It does lead up to the events of Life is Strange 2, but you don't need to know what happened in the first game. It's a completely different story from anything else. So if you want to kind of see if you like this style of game, if you've never played this kind of game before, definitely check it out. This was my first real foray into the Life is Strange series. I've seen other people play some of the other titles, but I wasn't sure how I'd feel about it. It looked interesting, very intriguing, but also I was like, is this going to be boring? It sort of feels like a mix between a game and a movie. It's more of an interactive story. Yes, you do get to freely control your character. You can walk around, explore, and you choose different actions, conversational dialogue choices, and you have different quests, kind of objectives throughout the game. But it is a very, very much a cinematic, narrative, interactive storytelling experience. Definitely a change of pace from most other video games out there. I have to say, any doubts I had about it were quickly thrown out the window as I dove into this game. The storytelling is really just so well done. What I really like about it is that you see the perspective of this child, and as we grow up, our minds change, the way we think about things change. And this game kind of reminds you of how it was like to be a child, and just the wonders that you would find in the most mundane things in the world. Like, you start out this game and you're just exploring your bedroom. You have posters on the walls, you can check them out, and you hear the narrative in the kid's mind, what he's thinking when he sees this poster. You find toys lying around on the floor, just every little tiny thing. You can stop, you can learn about these things through this kid's perspective. You can just sit there and watch this kid play with these toys with his imagination, and it's really, really entertaining. But almost as soon as you become involved in this kind of whimsical, childlike, innocent world, everything changes. You kind of snap back to reality. You're forced back into the harshness of reality. Your dad calls you out of your room for breakfast, and that's where things go south. 'Cause your dad's already drunk out of his mind mid-morning, and he decides not to take you out to get a Christmas tree like he promised. Instead, he's going to stay and watch the game, and he's going to be yelling curses at the TV, and he's going to pass out on the couch and leave you to take care of the house and to entertain yourself. And so then it's back into your imagination, into this superhero persona that you've developed, and it's really just so full of heart and full of perspective and full of a lot of truth, a lot of emotional ups and downs in this. I'm not gonna lie, it hit me right in the feels. Just really touching to see how this kid how much he still loves his dad, even though his dad is just, he's kind of abusive, he's a jerk, he's human, and this kid sees that. He sees that his dad is just human, and he's trying, and he still has some redeeming qualities, and he wants to be with his dad, and he is willing to do things that he shouldn't have to do for his dad, to kind of take care of him. And at the same time, he just has so much innocence and so much hope. And he, if he just wishes he could actually be the superhero that he dreams of, because he could just make the world a better place for everybody. There's also some really lighthearted moments.
This is a perfect day to watch Frozen. Last time Dad told me not to sing along so loud.
Some fun objectives, like going to battle the evil water heater that Chris is scared of. He sort of turned it into this monster in his mind. You have to go around the house, kind of solving light puzzles, figuring out, you might have to figure out your dad's phone password so you can play the mobile game on it.
There's my hot dog man.
And go around finding toys to be the bad guys for the villain team, and find toys to be the good guys for the heroes team, and find items to make your costume. Go have a showdown with a snowman in your backyard. A lot of little fun things to do, fun puzzles to solve, and some different character interactions where your choices really matter, and they affect the stories, how the story progresses. And in fact, it also affects the story of Life is Strange 2. If you go ahead and purchase that game after playing this one, it'll remember some of the decisions you made, and your progress kind of leads into Life is Strange 2, which is really clever. And it's a really smart strategy from Square Enix to kind of grip more people into this world to play the other Life is Strange games, offer up a solid piece of free content, and get them hooked into this storyline, into this world. Certainly made a fan out of me. It's a very short game. You can probably get through all the objectives, all the little side tasks, finish the whole thing within 2 hours. If you really, really love it, you might even want to go back and do it again and choose some different dialogue options and see how things play out. But definitely worth checking out. It has a whole lot of heart. It has a whole lot of just great storytelling and great music and great cinematography, and just it's a beautiful little experience full of highs and lows. Has some really, really dark subject matter and some really just kind of heartwarming stuff as well. Like I say, it'll hit you in the feels, and it'll make you want to play more Life is Strange games. I highly recommend checking it out. Completely free to play on Steam. Have you laughing, and it'll have you crying, and it's just a good way to spend an hour and a half or so. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to the channel for more. I'll do my best to come out with new videos all the time. We got free games, cheap games, random games, throwback games, you name it. Got something you want to see? Let me know in the comments below. Appreciate your feedback. I'll be in touch with you as well. Till next time, take care.